Hey guys, video update here on February 2nd. I just got done meeting with a woman a little earlier, and what she does is that she's affiliated with an organization that's run by a neuroscientist. And what it does is she uses various points, nodes, meridians on the head, and taps into these to essentially calm our brainwaves, I believe, and help us kind of achieve higher states of consciousness and reduce traumatic holding patterns that might be going on in our heads, as far as I understood it. So it's much like acupuncture and Reiki and other, energetic work like that, which I've never really delved too much into, and I like it. I mean, I like all those things. I'm actually going to go check her services out next week, but I think they're all, no matter which modality you use, they're all just pointing at the same truth, just through whoever created and whoever morphed those modalities' perspectives. So anyway, I offered some of my own background on reducing mental trauma with the body. This is a very interesting concept where in our society, right, the mind and the body are thought of to be separate entities, but people are beginning to understand the holistic nature of things. We have to look at everything holistically, especially ourselves. And it's something medicine doesn't do. But if we do it, we begin to understand, there's a lot of people who have done it, I should say, and they're beginning to understand how to release mental traumas with the body. My research has gone through, I've done some looking into a man named Dr. Alexander Lowen, whose practice he calls Bioenergetics. Now, you can release a lot of these mental traumas through bioenergetic exercises and various dynamic meditations. Use the body to heal the mind. Now, at the physical layer, right, it's the base layer of who we are. So trying to, at least in my opinion, right, all of these rants are my opinion, you're not going to get rid of mental and emotional trauma with the body. It's just a tool. It's just like I said, modality you can use to help navigate through mental traumas or to help you overcome them. But it's not going to be you shouldn't use it as the only crutch, per se, if you're kind of following along here. So if you have any physical issue, right, the reason any single physical issue you have, no matter what it is, all stems from a mental imbalance. So you're going to have to address the mental, emotional, spiritual layers above the physical to get rid of a physical issue, but you can very well use the body to heal. Much more than most people realize is what I'm kind of getting at here. Now, what happens is that when we endure mental traumas, and we live in this system has been built to be a trauma-based mind control system. So that's why we turn on the news. There's so much fear. And, a baby comes out of the womb, they're already hit with all these trauma-based medical procedures like circumcision and vaccination and being separated from the mother. That's one reason why this feminist movement has been backed by syndicates, entities, is because it helps to separate the mother from the child. I mean, there's so much nurturing that is breaking down. Anyway, so we harbor all this fucking trauma. And to get rid of it, you find the parts of the body that are associated with whatever trauma you have. And the trauma manifests in what's called neurotic holding patterns. So the neurotic holding patterns, one common one, for instance, is, say you have what we would term like a tyrant father or an over-aggressive father who would always tell you to sit down and shut up. There's a lot of sit down, shut up in our society. What that creates is a type of reaction where people will literally shut down. Especially their throat chakra will shut down, and they'll grow up with this kind of repetition compulsion where they'll literally, whenever they try to speak up, it's like nothing comes. They can't. So that's part of their issue. That's one of the things that becomes an issue in their relationships and and it's hindering their growth in life is the inability to speak up in different situations. So what we would do is stretches for the jaw. Different jaw stretches. I mean, so many people harbor tension in their jaw. Different neck exercises to relax the jaw, because this is a very connected system. So stretch the neck extensors, and we would do, as we go down the body, also breathing exercises as well. Breathing exercises are crucial, because when this trauma, one common thing that we do when we're in that fight or flight and stress response is shallow breathing. So that's why deep diaphragmatic breathing is always a foundation of many practices like yoga and Tai Chi, because it helps to center. It helps to harmonize and cohere you. Rather than stimulate the sympathetic response, you're stimulating the parasympathetic stress response. Also, a lot of tense tonic muscles in our body, kind of like I was saying with the jaw and the neck, they'll harbor a lot of these tensions. The psoas muscle is a major one. It connects your lumbar spine to your femur. It's the only muscle that connects your spine directly to your legs. And this one, because we sit so much and we're always in that flexed position, harbors a lot of tension. This becomes a very tight tonic muscle. So doing work like stretching the psoas and releasing it manually. You can do it on yourself. You want to be careful though. There's a lot of dangerous tissue around there. You can do it on yourself if you learn how, or you can have a massage therapist, knowledgeable person do it. But release your psoas. That'll actually release a lot of tension, especially associated with the root chakra and that kind of energy system down there. In that, we live in such an insecure world, and that's the area of us associated with security, right? I mean, imagine when we're fearful, or when a dog is fearful, right? That mammalian part of our brain, dog will tuck his butt under himself, right? See a lot of people when they get scared, they'll tuck their butt under themselves and kind of cower away, go down in that fetal position. So releasing those muscles that make us flex is what is a large part of this bioenergetic work, is releasing that harbored tension. So all the muscles that make us flex, hip flexors. You can also do get a foam roller, lay over it. That'll help break apart all the tension in the front of our bodies from these rounded shoulders and flex postures we get into. So yeah, anyway, there's a lot of things that you can do. Release a lot of tight areas on your body, do a lot of stretches, and you'll use different tools to focus on balancing your structure, your posture, your frame, and ridding yourself of these energetic holding patterns with breathing exercises, stretches, whatnot. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. That's how you kind of get out of those mind control, those trauma-based mind control programs. You can use the body a lot more than you realize. So start getting some type of work into your practice every single day. Just 15, 20, 30 minutes of different stretches and breathing exercises and bioenergetic work to help calm this guy down. And that'll definitely help a lot of challenges in your life. So thanks, guys. Peace.